Prince Harry and Meghan Markle's team went to great lengths to ensure the success of their highly publicized visit to New York City in 2021, as revealed in recently released emails obtained through a FOIA request by dailymail.com. These documents shed light on the meticulous planning and orchestration that took place behind the scenes to present the Sussexes in a positive light during their series of public appearances, which were being filmed for their Netflix documentary worth $100 million. One of the stops on their three-day tour involved representatives for Harry and Meghan proposing the addition of cushions and a new carpet to a public school in a low-income area of New York City. This request aimed to align with Meghan's aesthetic preferences. The emails illustrate how Archewell staff played a significant role in selecting the school they would visit, meticulously crafting press releases to emphasize the importance of their appearance, and even modifying the public schedule of top school officials. The guest list for their events was carefully controlled and limited to publications that were favorable to Meghan, such as Vogue, while British tabloids were intentionally excluded. The correspondence also reveals that students and faculty at the Harlem Elementary School were asked to sign consent forms for filming, which included clauses prohibiting them from discussing the project or making negative comments about the famous couple. Harry and Meghan's visit to New York in September 2021 was intended to position them as global leaders. Their itinerary included a speech at the Global Citizen Festival in Central Park, where they were accompanied by a film crew documenting their every move for their six-part Netflix series, Harry and Meghan, which premiered in December of that year. The planning for these events began 6 months prior, in April 2021, led by Toya Holness, one of the Sussexes' PR staff, who had previously worked for the New York City Department of Education. On the second day of their trip, the former royals made an unpublicized visit to PS 123 in Harlem, where Meghan read her new children's book, The Bench, to a second-grade class in an outdoor read-aloud event on the school grounds. This school serves a predominantly Black and Hispanic student population, with a high percentage qualifying for free or reduced-price lunches due to low-income backgrounds. Notably, Meghan arrived at the school wearing a $5,840 Loro Piana cashmere coat and matching $1,680 pants, along with jewelry totaling around $387,000, including her $350,000 engagement ring. The emails reveal that just 3 days before the couple's arrival, Archewell representatives contacted the New York City Department of Education to provide a release form for filming. This form granted the Sussexes film crew permission to capture archival content for future use, but also contained confidentiality clauses that prohibited students and teachers from discussing or making negative statements about the project. Despite inquiries from NYC school officials about the purpose of the footage, the Archewell team remained vague, stating that it was for archival content and might be used in a future documentary. They insisted it was not intended for promotional purposes. In the final email of the chain, sent 2 days before the school visit, Chanel Piesnik, head of unscripted content at Archewell, sought guidance on the best way to obtain signed release forms. The released emails reveal extensive discussions between Archewell and Penguin Random House, the publisher of The Bench, regarding the details of a school event. Dominique Semina, a publicist from the publishing company, mentioned that her team was examining various aspects such as carpet, cushions, and decor for the event. In videos from the event, Meghan was seen sitting under a tent in the school playground on a soft blue box, while Harry sat on a green mat with green cushions alongside the students. The two parties also exchanged emails regarding the Department of Education's press release. Filson removed an entire paragraph related to The Bench, prompting Holness to express her preference for including information about both Meghan and Harry, not just Meghan's biography. In response, Filson noted that they wanted to make the release sound less promotional. Holness also objected to the use of read aloud in the public schedule for New York School's Chancellor Misha Porter, suggesting a more substantial description emphasizing community support for the arts. Penguin Random House altered their press release to suggest that Meghan was donating reading nooks to many schools in New York, instead of specifying 5 schools. They also revised a news release to state that Archewell had worked with Procter & Gamble to provide free personal health and hygiene products to the school, rather than portraying Procter & Gamble as the sole provider. The list of attending journalists was carefully controlled and included friendly left-wing outlets such as the Huffington Post, New York Magazine, the New York Times, and Oprah Daily, reflecting Harry and Meghan's proximity to Oprah Winfrey in Montecito, California. During their visit to One World Trade Center in Manhattan, Holness once again influenced media access by attempting to exclude British newspapers that Harry and Meghan disapprove of, including the Daily Mail, Sun, Mirror, and Express. Despite Holness's request, some individuals in the email chain, such as Bill Neidhart's, Mr. de Blasio's press secretary at the time, and Kate Smart, Governor Hochul's deputy press secretary, did not express concerns. On the day of the event, a DailyMail.com journalist was denied entry, claiming that they had not confirmed their attendance the previous night, which seemed contradictory to Holness's requests. Archewell did not respond to DailyMail.com's request for comment. Emails from the Port Authority suggested that the Sussexes received protection from either the NYPD or the governor's security team during their visit. On their trip, the Sussexes were driven in 2 large SUVs by individuals, one of whom was Taylor Swift's usual bodyguard. The other car was driven by burly men in suits with badges on their lapels, resembling NYPD officers responsible for protecting dignitaries. They used blue and red lights while navigating Manhattan streets. After stepping down as working royals, the Sussexes lost their UK-funded security and had to cover their security costs. Prince Harry sued the Home Office to allow him to pay for police protection during UK visits, but his case was rejected. He is currently pursuing a second legal action on the same matter. During a trip to New York in March, the Sussexes claimed that photographers pursued them in a high-speed chase, a claim ridiculed by the current mayor, Eric Adams. The NYPD and the DOE did not respond to requests for comment, and a spokesman for Adams noted that they could not speak for a previous administration. Archewell stated that it followed standard practice regarding the NDA. Dear friend, if you like everything new about the royal family and don't want to miss all the novelties, subscribe to our channel and like it. By doing so, you take part in our development. We work for you.